This MAXFLOW detailing pressure washer came out of nowhere. 2.5 GPM, 1200 PSI working pressure. If these numbers are correct, there's literally nothing else in its price point that can touch it. It's super compact because it utilizes a completely different motor, a motor that we typically see in electric vehicles. It has a bunch of technology packed into it, different LED lights that indicate what mode you're in. It even has an LED light that tells you when to change the oil. Crazy numbers on this unit. There's a bunch to test on this machine. Let's just jump right into it.
All right, so this unit comes with a 25-foot, quarter-inch steel braided hose. This is definitely a premium hose. It's very nice, but it is still a little too short for me.
Same thing goes with this gun. Nothing impressive. This is like your stereotypical gun that comes with all the different kits that you can buy. If you guys are watching this video, let's be honest, you're probably not going to be using this hose and you're not going to be using this gun. So for the entirety of this video, I'm going to be using my Flexzilla hose and my McKillen's Pro Swivel gun. So just take that into account. All the numbers are going to be off those hoses because the reality is most of you guys are going to be using that stuff anyway. And spoiler alert, the Flexzilla does work on this unit. In fact, MAXFLOW said that they did most of their testing using this hose.
And this is kind of different. I haven't seen this. It includes a bottle to do oil changes and a little Allen key. When it's time for an oil change, the MAXFLOW will let you know with a red indicator light. You just unscrew these screws on the back and then you use that Allen key to take out the plug and you can change the oil up. Also has really nice built-in nozzle holders. You're going to have your 0, your 15, 25, and your 40. And the sizing for these was all 4.5, so all of our tests, all of our GPMs and PSI should all be identical. It also comes with a foam blaster, but it's so bad I'm not even going to bring it up. This thing's very compact, 11 inches for the width, 11.5 for the height, and only 22.5 pounds. I love how the connections come out one side, very convenient, and very nice, sleek styling throughout. Everything tends to make sense. It's almost like a kettlebell, and it's very easy to move around. You're going to have your nice waterproof power button on the right here. And then on the left is kind of where all the magic happens. The left dial here, you can actually adjust the power on the fly. So while you're spraying, you can actually adjust the power of the pressure washer, which is pretty cool. And then to go through the different modes, you press and hold down on the button for 3 seconds, and it will cycle through the different modes, and you'll know if you change the mode by the indicator light below. All right, when you first turn this on, it's going to be in normal mode. And just think of normal mode as any other pressure washer that you've used. Similar to a Ryobi, you press the gun, you're spraying, you let go, and after a couple seconds, the machine will go quiet, and it will kind of show you that it's in that standby mode with the green light. So you're not going to hear anything. And then you press it again, goes back into normal mode. Nothing crazy here, and you're going to know that you're in normal mode with that soft blue, that light blue light. All right, to go from normal mode to constant mode, you're going to press the mode button for 3 seconds, press and hold, and it will go from the light blue to almost like a purple color. Purple is going to indicate that you're in constant mode. As soon as you touch the trigger, boom, there's no delay, and the machine is constantly working. This is going to allow no delay at all. It's crazy quick, like literally as soon as you press that button, it's going. And this is going to give you the max PSI, max flow without any kind of delay. Now, whether you're in constant or normal mode, you have the ability to adjust the power on the fly. You can see here, I'm in constant mode, and I'm dialing back the power. You can go all the way up, all the way down. I think this is one of the coolest features, and I'll show you why I think this is such a cool and unique feature later on in the video. When the machine is fully lit green, it's in standby mode, and you can go from standby to a sleep or safety mode by pressing the mode button for 3 seconds. This is good if you have like kids and you kind of walk away from your pressure washer for a while and you don't want anyone, blasting their fingers off. Put it into sleep mode and it will turn yellow, and basically it shuts the machine off. So the only pressure you're going to have coming out of the machine is just from the water. It took me a little bit to figure this mode out, but it actually has a really practical sense because I have a couple kids and they're running around, so I can just put this into sleep mode and not have to worry about anyone hurting themselves. And then to take it out of sleep mode, just press and hold for 3 seconds and you're back to work.
All right, let's test the 40-degree nozzle. We're going to test the amperage and the PSI. 40 degree. Let's check it out. Right at about 1,000 PSI. And it looks like we're pulling 14.85 amps. All right, let's check the 25. Same thing, 1,000 PSI, almost the exact same amperage. It's going to be the same across the board because the nozzle sizes, the orifices are the same.
All right, let's check the foam cannon with a 1.25 just to make sure we don't go over our amps. We're at 14.79-ish, 14.8. No problems there. Now, you guys always ask, so I'm going to make sure I do it this time. 1.1 orifice. Let's see if it goes over 15 amps. Look at that, 14.78, 14.9. It didn't go over, which is surprising for such a powerful machine. All right, let's do a quick decibel test on this. This is a permanent magnet motor, which has never been done to the best of my knowledge on a pressure washer. So it has a different kind of sound. It's, I'd say, somewhere in between like a Ryobi and a Active 2.3. It's like a hybrid of those two sounds. All right, so this isn't super loud, but it's also not a quiet machine by any means. We're staying about 85.9 decibels.
All right, it's loud right now because we're in constant mode to get the most accurate representation of GPMs. I already weighed the bucket. It's 2.1 pounds. We're going to test it for a minute and see what this thing can do. Go! This thing is powerful. Stop. All right, let's weigh this up and see what we got. 20.6. All right, so we did our calculations. The GPM is 2.22, and we got that by subtracting the weight of the bucket, which is 2.1, from the total weight with the water, which was 20.6. So we got 2.22 GPMs, and that's with a PSI of 1,000. So 1,000 PSI, 2.22 GPMs. Those are really great numbers.
All right, let's get to the foam test. 1.25 orifice. We're using a Raincovo head, MJJC bottom. I got about 3 ounces of Kokemi active foam in here, and it is foaming up absolutely incredible. This active foam isn't even the most foamy soap, but it's still doing an absolutely incredible job. Very happy. I couldn't ask for anything better. Let's switch over to the 1.1 and see what we can do. All right, foaming it up with the 1.1, same exact dilution ratio. Let's check it out. I mean, this is crazy. Probably overkill, to be honest with you, but that's what the 1.1 looks like. Basically stucco. The foam's not even moving. Now, the coolest part and the feature that I told you I'd bring up again is the ability to change and dial down and dial up the pressure on this on the fly. You can see in this video, as I'm spraying, I'm actively changing the pressure. And you might ask, well, why would you ever want to do that? Well, I'm going to show you. This feature is perfect because you can dial down the pressure and you can do things like the inside of your door sills so you're not spraying a bunch of water in your interior. It really gives you a little extra option and a little extra feature to do your detailing. It's also helpful with floor mats. If you're using way too much pressure, floor mats end up going everywhere. You can dial it down and really get in all the nooks and crannies without your floor mats flying all over the place. I also found it to be helpful with doing sensitive areas like side mirrors or maybe like vents where you're not going to want to use a lot of pressure because you could do damage. This is an extremely unique and helpful feature that I really appreciate MAXFLOW going out of their way to do. And MAXFLOW is doing an early adoption price, so for $400 you can get this right now. I'll put a link in the description. After the end of July, I believe this is going to go up to $500.
All right, so this MAXFLOW pressure washer is incredible. It's a little complicated to use, but once you figure out, it's actually not that bad. I got 2.2 GPMs at 1,000 PSI using the Flexzilla hose. It really is incredible. It's a super small, compact size. This is putting up numbers that are comparable. Actually, it's a little better than the Active 2.3. It's less money, more compact, more features, and new technology. The only question is this new technology going to last over time? It's too early to tell, but right now, as I'm testing it, this is one of the most impressive pressure washers I've ever used by a long shot. I love all the features, I love all the tech, I love that you can adjust the PSI on the go. It has a practical application like you guys just saw. So, in my opinion, this is the best pressure washer you can get right now. And as long as it holds up, the competition should be kind of scared. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, found it helpful, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Peace.